Well, good evening, everybody. No Sunday stroll tomorrow as I adjust my camera. I thought a few things on my mind after today's game, so we'll go for it. We'll do the Saturday sit down, get it out early, get everyone commenting, liking, subscribing. So if you are watching this, please hit the like button. We will go for 240 likes, as it was 2-4. Add a 0 on there. We'll go for 240 likes, but we know we can smash that. And hit the subscribe button. But yeah, let's get into it. Today it finished Ipswich Town 2, Nottingham Forest 4. I only see 3 goals because for my sins, and I've been supporting Town for 40 years, literally I never ever leave early. Today on 79 minutes, I'd had enough. I was frozen cold to the bone. I'd had enough. I said to the boys, come on, we're going. So I proceeded to miss 3 goals. So I've seen the goals back, our 2 goals, so I can talk about them. Not seen the 4 Forest goal. Wasn't really bothered, if I'm quite honest, to see enough in the first half yet. But Town went into today's game looking for the first win in 2025. It's 2 points in the last 9 games before today's game. So we're looking to get a morale boosting, let's say, victory over Nuno's Champions League chasers, Nottingham Forest. We lined up Alex Palmer in the nets, same back four as at Palace last week. Dar O'Shea, right back, Wolfie and Jacob Greaves, Leif Davis, left back, Jens Kajust, Calvin Phillips, the 2 holders, 3 in front. Amari come back into the team. He was playing in the 10. Jaden Philogene on the right-hand side. Left-hand side, moved over Julio and Ciso. I'll talk about that in a minute. Not very happy. And then Liam Delac was leading the line. Forest run change from their great victory over Man City last week. And look, we've read this book so many times this season. You know, you see it. Town are in the game, get into some good positions. I mean, today we got into some good positions that first 35 minutes. Just couldn't find the final pass or pick the wrong option. Look, it was very frustrating. I was very frustrated that Ciso was playing on the left, right. So we've signed this player from Brighton. He's a better 10 than what we've got at the football club. And for some unknown reason, Kieran plays him out on the left-hand side. I'm not telling Kieran how to do his job, because obviously he knows a whole lot more than I do. But I thought that is what we'd signed him for. We've got Jack Clark who can play on the left. You've got Nathan Broadhead. Jaden Philogene can play there, which we see in the second half. So it just baffled me a little bit that Ciso was out there. He didn't have the best of games, I didn't think, today. But then there was a lot of people we could sort of put in the same bracket. But yeah, 35 minutes, it's 0-0. We're heading into the last 10 minutes thinking we're well in the game. And then we give away a corner. Pretty poor decision, I'd say, from Alex Palmer charging out of his goal. I think it's Kajust. It hits and goes out for a corner. Corner comes in, gets cleared. Hudson-Odoi pings it back in. Dominguez, more of him later, heads it back. And it's a real weak header from Liam. Look, this is me going off what I've just seen with my eyes. I've not watched anything back. And Delap lays it on a plate for Milenkovic, and he just literally rattles it in. It's 1-0. That's 35. 37 minutes. Town have got an overload. Amari should lay it into Ciso, I think, gives the ball away. Forest break, which is what they're very good at. You know that, with pace on the break. And Anthony Alanga, right-hand side. And I'm shouting at Greaves, show him the line, show him the line. What does he do? He cuts inside on his left foot, buries it in the corner. And I just lost my shit then. I was just very angry, because I'm thinking, I'm sitting there and I'm shouting at him what to do. And look, I know these players, they're playing at the top level. Like, Alanga's a very good player, come from United. But for me, that's basic defending. Send him down the line. Don't show him inside. And we paid a price. And the third goal is just a shambles. We let the ball bounce. It's headed sort of between O'Shea and Greaves, and Alanga just runs through and just taps it in the net. It's 3-0. So within 6 minutes, we've gone from 0-0 to 3-0. Now, for me, I don't care. We've all played football. Whatever level you are playing at, for me is just unacceptable, and it shows a lack of someone on that pitch getting hold of them after the first goal and saying, "Right, lads, come on, we've let one in. We're going to go in. We're going at 1-0 down. Worst case scenario. You cannot concede goals 2 and 3 that quickly and go in at 3-0 down. And for all intents and purposes, the game was over by then, wasn't it, really, when you think of it? 3-0. But I think that shows a bit of a lack of backbone, lack of game management, team spirit. I'm not sure you could say it's a whole host of things, but I think then basically the game's up, and then it's a case of second half coming out and trying to save a little bit of face. Cam Burgess came on for Greaves at half time. I can hear the fisherman shouting in my ear, "He's no better than Cameron Burgess," which he isn't. Cam Burgess has been excellent. Jacob Greaves might have a higher ceiling because he's obviously younger, but right now, here and now, I think Burgess is a better player. And he came on at half time. And I thought Town showed a little bit second half, a bit of fight, not to go under, and just sort of hang in the game and look, just show a bit of heart, show a bit of fight. We all go down there. We want to see him play for that badge. One thing they've lost, the team of the last 2 years have had, with all the new signings coming in, is the team spirit. That's all literally disappeared. And it's a whole new group, and it's trying to harvest that sort of team spirit and togetherness. But I thought they did stick together second half there. Dominguez embarrassed himself. He's fouled Cajuste, and then goes. It's theatrics that you only see in the Premier League, and this is part of the Premier League that I hate. He's rolling around the floor, then he gets up, and he's up down like a yo-yo. It was actually quite funny. It was quite entertaining, but a little bit embarrassing. And he got a yellow card, and then when he got subbed, he proceeds to clap sarcastically the Town fans, which I thought was you're giving him a bit back. But that's another thing I don't like about the Premier League. There's a whole host of things about the Premier League I don't like, and like I tweeted tonight, it's the Premier League grinds you down, and this is part of why I left on 79 minutes today. Very, very unlike me to leave early. But I just literally had enough today. I thought, look, we've showed a bit in the second half. The game's over. The game's going nowhere. And I've literally got out the ground by the Ipswich Town bus station, and there's a big cheer going up. I've seen the goal back. Good ball played in by Clark. Cajuste spins, and Ben's a lovely shot into the top corner. He was Town's best player by a mile today. And then Jota Silva scores a fourth, which I haven't seen. I've seen the George Hurst header in the 93rd minute. Unbelievable. Look what happens when you put a cross into the box. You can actually score a header. You do not have to score the perfect goal by passing it backwards and forwards and sideways. And good for George Hurst, good for his confidence. So it finishes 4-2. Town save a little bit of face. But with the Wolves result winning 2-1 at St Mary's, beating Southampton, that puts Town 9 points adrift with 9 games to go. The season is virtually over. We're going down with a bit of a whimper, which is sad after the 2 years we've had previous. But I did say to my lads, look, whatever happens, where we sit is where we literally run on that pitch last season. I said, look at that blue gate there. Don't forget, in May, we were standing on the side of that pitch, and it gave you one of the best days of my life supporting Town and my boys, and a lot of people out there who's watching this. There's a lot of people, your older generations like Colin and Mike, and they've seen the glory days under Robson in 78 and 81. And then there was John Lyle's team. The first team I remember, 91, 92, when I was, 15, 16, a lad, like the age of my boys, enjoyed that. Then obviously under George Burley in 2000, but last season was it was incredible, the last 2 seasons. But that has gone now. But you just have to just remember them memories, that it's bad now, but it's not as bad as it was when we got relegated from the Championship to League One. So no matter what happens, we're going to be in a better place. Look, we've had the training ground, obviously, news yesterday that we've had the plans approved for that. I think it's going to take about 14 months, about 30-40 million. So state-of-the-art training facilities, which is excellent. So look, we're progressing in the right direction off the pitch. On the pitch, it's been a season of struggle. 3 wins now in 29 games, and it's tough. No one likes losing. It's not fun. I think we can all agree that. And we've been found out, obviously, in the toughest league in the world, that we're not good enough. We weren't defensively good enough, really, in the Championship, but we were able to score a lot of goals. What did we score? 98 goals. So that didn't really matter. But it's tougher in the Premier League. I think we scored, 28 goals now. I'm not sure that's how many we've conceded. I haven't actually looked. But we're going to be on for conceding over probably 80, which is not good enough defensively. And that's probably an area that we're going to have to look to into next season. We've got to be a lot tighter at the back. Midfield's going to be an issue. Obviously, we're going to need to revamp that. Delap will obviously leave. A lot of questions. I think, I hate to say this because I'm a massive fan of him, massive fan of Kieran. And I was talking to Colin on the phone driving back. For the first time, I think he's under pressure now. Look, he will be in the Ipswich Town dugout. I've got no. I don't think he'll go anywhere in the summer. But next season, he's going to be under a massive amount of pressure to deliver. But he does deserve that opportunity to hopefully bring us back at the first attempt. Because for what he's achieved in the 2 previous seasons, and this season's it's difficult for him. It's difficult for everybody, fans, players. Board, Mark Ashton. They must have thought there was going to be a chance that we could go straight back down, but I don't think they probably thought that we were only going to win 3 in 29. But that's a harsh reality of football where we are. Yeah, I won't really go through the team today because I don't really want to dig out certain individuals because I don't think it's fair. What I will say is I think Kajus was our best player by a mile in the midfield. I thought he was really good. Probably one of the best players on the pitch today. I thought he was excellent. I thought Calvin Phillips was decent. The least said about a lot of the rest, I think, is probably better because I don't want to bin players off because I think it's unfair and there's still 9 games to go and a lot of these players are going to be in next season. We're going to have to rely on them to hopefully get us back up. But by all means, if you want to comment in the comments section, everybody, about what you thought about certain players, the performance, the result, where we are as a football club now, what is the plan moving forward? Because we have to start planning. We have to look where we're going to be. I think we all know, and we've known for a little while, that we're going to be a Championship football team again next season. And it's going to be a season where there is a lot of expectation on Town. But we've still got 9 games to go. We have a break now of, I think, 18 days until we play Bournemouth away on the 2nd, and then we play Wolves at home 3 days later. So whatever happens, I'll be there. I'm looking forward to going to Bournemouth, midweek trip there. We've got some trips away to Everton and Newcastle and Chelsea and Leicester. So some good away days there, which we've had some good away days this season. I think Town have actually played a lot better on the road. If you only watch Town at home, you've missed probably some of our best performances because away from home, I think we've been pretty decent. At home, which is the foundation where you really want to build your season, we have absolutely stunk the place out. It's 1 win, and that was against Chelsea. But now it's 10 games and we've taken 2 points. So, yeah, it's not great at the minute, and we just all have to stick together. That's what I think. Stick together as a fan base and show what support is all about. And look, there's a lot of people left early today, and I don't blame you. It was freezing cold today. It was absolutely Baltic. It's one of them days where you think it's quite nice out, and then you sit out of the sun where we sit in the Pioneer Lower, and it was freezing. But anyway, big shout out to Forest, great support. Another 3 points for them. They are closer to the Champions League tonight. Obviously, City drew. Nuno done a fantastic job there. He's got a really good team. Obviously, Morgan Gibbs-White and Elliot Anderson and Hudson-Odoi didn't get selected for England, but I'll just say to them, boys, just keep going, lads. The England manager, he can't ignore you forever. So all the best for the rest of the season. Let's hope you make them Champions League places. As for Town, little break, as I say now, international football comes around. I might do a couple of videos maybe. If I watch the England games, I'm not sure if I'm going to watch them or not, but I might do a couple of videos in the weeks, a couple of weeks coming up. Might not, might just have a little rest and get ready for Bournemouth on April the 2nd. Anyway, cheers for watching, everybody. 240 likes, hit subscribe, and yeah, it's tough at the minute. Just stick behind the boys, and unlike me, don't leave early, because I missed 3 goals, 2 for Town. It is what it is. We'll see you on the next video. All the best.